You don't deserve ish. In this topic, I wanted to highlight that a lot of us have this entitled attitude towards certain things. Truth be told, none of us really deserve other than things that we've worked hard for to attain. A lot of the times we're in certain positions we take for granted and we often overlook. That may be the source of our entitlement, but also the source of our entitlement may be a lack of understanding, lack of experience, lack of awareness, and it also may be lacking within ourselves. It's my right to have a good girlfriend because I'm a good guy, I look really attractive, I have such and such physique, but you're not entitled to that. Do you connect with her the way that she wants to be connected to? Do you res with her, vibe and create that attitude, that environment she wants to experience? Are you her preference? Do you fall within her preferences? Yes, she may want plus 6 foot, tall, dark and handsome, really funny, bad boy, quiet, geek, whatever. She may want short geek, just a guy that reses with her. Doesn't have to have all these physical properties. Like, the preferences may be totally different, but you're not entitled to her and you're not entitled to anything really. The same goes with occupation and work. It's like, have you put in the work? Do you meet the requirements of that employer? Granted, this is very freaking tough to judge, not just my own experiences, but the research that I've done. If you're being run through an AI filter based off of keywords, the work that you've done may not freaking matter. The matches may not always meet. That is a good way in which you can increase the probability of your success by putting in the work so that you have the skill to the degree and the level that the employer is looking for. If you haven't done that, you aren't entitled to ish. So basically this goes across the board. It's like, you aren't entitled to ish unless you've done something deserving, something worthy of. I don't even want to say a lot of the times, but sometimes it doesn't even depend on that. Sometimes it can be who you know. Who you know is not necessarily based off of you putting in the work, the right connections, because you were born into a well-connected or rich family, or you may be born in the right spot, closer to tech hub cities, much more likely to meet people that are creating big tech. You're in an area that is focused on those things. That's why I say on the channel, location matters. What would help you is being in a certain location. So rather than feeling entitled, I should get this job, I should get this opportunity, I should get this, XYZ, maybe you increase your probabilities by moving to a location that enhances the probability of you getting into those sectors and meeting people in those sectors. And I say the basics lightly because these basics are foundational. Food, warmth, roof over your head, fresh air, fresh water, good food. I want to say that everybody on the planet deserves those things. But the truth is, not everybody on the planet's even getting those things. We have the technology, we have the knowledge, we have the resources. We're just not putting in the implementations fast enough. So that's what I believe that we all deserve. But we aren't getting that. So if we aren't getting that on the whole, it's like everything above that, you shouldn't feel entitled for. If you were born into a less wealthy family, you may have a chip on your shoulder because you may be looking at people that have all of these things or have more than you or have these things that they may take for granted, may be really mean about and rub in your face for whatever reason, mostly lacking in themselves. You may feel a certain type of way and being really driven towards getting those things. Use that drive, utilize that. That's your superpower. Not everybody has that, but that is your superpower because of your background and how you feel and things that you've experienced. But if you are born into a wealthy family, well-connected family, whatever, try not to overlook these things and do not feel entitled. Do not get spoiled. I don't think we should have hate, or anyone should have hate for those types of people in those advantageous positions. There are still disadvantages with those positions as well. When you get in that gritty place, you've had to graft for that thing. That's you looking back and being like, this is what I went through, It's more of a reminiscence. You're more than entitled to speak about that because that's ish that you've been through and grafted and worked through and hit for. But that kind of stuff will actually make you appreciative of the thing that you've attained. And that's what you deserve because you put the work in, sweat, blood and tears. You know what I'm saying? You attained it and you're like, yes, I know what this is worth. I know the value of this because I freaking worked really hard for this. You hold on to that tight, know its value because you put in that work. You were there every second and step. That's where that graft, those tears, you know what I'm saying? You earned that. And that's the difference. When you've earned something, you gain that humility, you gain that understanding. There's no entitlement there. You had to slog to get that thing, you know what I'm saying? So outside of doing that, We do not deserve ish. Work your freaking arse off and earn it. Okay? Alright guys, throw down in the comments, holler back, let me know what you think of this video. Shout out, what are your experiences? Have you had an entitled attitude before? If so, shout out in the comments, let me know. Has that changed now? Are you gonna knuckle down, put your feet, plant your feet, get to work and go out there and earn it? Shout out below. I love you all, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you for the next video. Take it easy.